This gentleman here has had 3 carp.
Got it. Well done, mate. Well done. Well
done. What is it? The pole or is
yeah,
it?
pole bit, mate. Right, what we're doing is we'll wet everything first and let this guy get some pictures. Fish carp.
Turn them free.
Yeah, there's had 3. We're doing well. Let's get some pictures for him. Gonna weigh him up really quickly. We usually vest him again. Just weigh him up really quickly.
Probably 8.
8.
8
Yeah.
applicator.
Alright, mate. Rather release carp, let me get the breath bites first. It's already ready to go, this one, but we'll make sure they get the breath bite. Ready to go. And away. Well done, mate.
So then, fishing buddies, I want to show you a method that's actually banned on a lot of fisheries, but where we are at the minute, it's Willigoff, they do allow it on here. So this is a shallow rig that I'm using, and been catching fish on this. So what I've done is I've learnt where to fish, what depth to feed in that, and then I've changed over to the overshotted rig. Now, good thing with this is I haven't put it through the eye. If you notice, I have not put it through the eye there. What I've done is just use 3 rubbers, so you can actually take this float off and you can fish it as an unfloated rig as well. That's another good idea. So what I've done is shotted it up so I know where it is. Then I've added an extra 2 number 8s. So there's actually 5 number 8s down the line. So I'm fishing 4-pound line down to a 3-pound hook link. I'm using a size 20 hook. There's a lot of ride in here, and I'm going to catch eyed on match on Thursday. This is the day before, so I'm actually trying it the day before to see if it works. So without further ado, I'm going to 5-10 minutes, catch them on normal rig, and then I'm going to show you how to use this rig, and this should pick up a lot more fish. The actual itself, I've actually rigged this up with some really thin elastic. It's number 8 hydro elastic I'm using on that. On the other rig, this is 14 elastic that I've got with side pulley kit, got it all loaded up. So I'm on 5 minutes showing with this, and I'll show you the difference between this rig and that rig. And like I say, you can actually take the float off, so you can use it as a non-floated rig as well, if that allows it, if your fishery allows you to do that. Some fisheries say about what length you're allowed to use and everything else, so please check with your fishery first before you try doing this. See how we get on. So then, fishing buddies, what I'm doing, I'm fishing on the normal rig first. So what I'm going to do is just put double white maggot on the hook. Like I said, there is hide and stuff in here. In match, I will be using casters. I've left some casters out, and I'm trying to make them sweat so they'll actually float on the water. Then I can actually see where the hide are feeding. But we'll try this first. So I've got all my rollers set up and everything. I've been helping people today, as you'll see further along with the video. So what I'm going to do, we have these swans coming to be a pain in the backside, because I know they are. Get on it! Get! At that point in your life where you just want to kill a swan, even though we can't, because it's the king's bird. You'd look really nice in a wrap. You really, really would. Oh. Can't put no bait in, can I? So what I'm going to do, I'm lay it down. I had a bite on that normal rig then straight away, a little indication straight away. Another bite straight away. The fish are up in water. I want to feed more loose feed, but the problem I've got swans outside of me, so let's put that on roll a second, try and get a bit of bait in. Yeah, these swans seeing it. And you'll see that the fish move onto it behind it. Still using a tight line. So what I'm going to do is going to feed some bait. Try and get them up in water. I've not fished for about 10-15 minutes. Been helping people. You can see fish are moving. I can see fish moving on top. So flick it over. Keep yourself a tight line. That went straight away. So there we go, straight into a fish. Nice rod. There you go. So we've got a rod. Next time I get a fish on, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to feed. As I've got the fish on, get some feed in. I'm keeping me on these swans outside of me because they are a pain. And try and keep the feed in for the next fish to keep them interested. So if you get a fish on, feed straight after as you got the fish on, and it keeps the fish in your swim. You can see fish moving straight away. Missed that one. This is what I'm trying to explain. I missed the bite there straight away. As that's dropping down, food column. Missed another one. You can try slapping it. Flick it over a few times, slap it. Make a bit of disturbance, there you go, straight into a fish. That also works. That one's come off. But what I found with this other method is they just hook themselves. Like I say, these swans are being a pain. I have actually brought 3 pints of maggots. I use have been casters, but I like to feed quite a few maggots. I can see, if you watch some maggots dropping down, you can see fish moving straight away. Look, fish are moving. So if you keep that bait going in, you will pick up the better hide, better perch. Start to compete. Just tangle that up as I took it out. Yeah, fish do start to compete, and what happens is you do actually start catching the better fish. But like I say, with these swans sat outside of me, I am having a problem. Go on, get out of it. Because I can't put as much bait in as I'd like to while these are here. And they just decided that will look at, just decided to pick on me for 10 minutes. So that's dropping down, there you go, straight into a fish. Straight away with that feed, they wanted that feed. Like I say, these swans are a pain. But something I've got to put up with. It's their home as well. In you go. That's it. Chug some bait near you, get them feeding over there. So what I'm going to do is try and feed further over to the side, away from these swans. I want to keep the bait in the same spot, but they're being a pain. Fish are on that anyway. So that's straight in. Say, I felt elastic come out with that. That was a good bite. Missed another bite. You had a problem earlier? Like, oh, we're on camera, look. So, before you drop it in, flick it over, maggots in. I had a bite straight away. There you go, nice roach I think, or a rod. Onto your roller, keep going back. That swan's like, no, I want that dinner. Rod, beautiful, beautiful rod. So like you see, I've missed 4 or 5 bites there. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to change over to the next rig. Once these swans decided to move, I'll try and explain it. So what's happening with this? It actually drops through the water, and that float there acts as an umbrella, and it drops down a lot slower. But you have to drop your pole down at the same speed as what your bait's dropping down, and lift and drop, lift and drop. So while swans are at next peg, what I'm going to do is I'm going to feed maggots. Like I say, keep feeding a few maggots, keep minding them swans. Like, see them fish moving onto it. So ship it out. I seen that take it. That were on instant. The thing with this rig, you've got to keep bait going in. You've got to have the bait to do it.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain. Pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane. Pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less, your check as I'm chess, what's happening next, yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson, he got a new engine from pain, it's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold and obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I'll leave an impression and take your redemption. Just kill, no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression, You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they're scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try the chains, you can say.
So after waiting for them swans to move on, I managed to get some time fishing for these hide. As I say, you need to keep feeding bait, and it's hard work when swans are around. Right then, fishing buddies, what I'm going to do first, with this over-shotted rig, I'm going to put some maggots on. Double white maggot. I will show you how to do double white maggot. Actually, match I'm going to be using casters, targeting hide. But if we can get enough bait in, we might be able to get a few hide anyway on maggot. I've caught on maggot before. So what I'm going to do, before I even put my rig in, I'm going to get it all ready, put it all together, start shipping it out. I'm going to rest it on my leg. And then what I'm going to do is get some maggots in swim and wait to see what fish are coming up. I can see a fish out there, a few more. And what I want to do is keep these maggots going in like I would feeding maggot or caster. You'll find that I'd move into swim. Wait in a minute. Right, what I'm going to do is flick over and let that sink at the same speed that that float's dropping down. If you don't get a bite, lift and drop. Lift it up and drop. You're working your rig. Lift, drop. Lift and drop. If you don't get a bite straight away, hold your rig where it is. Feed again. Feed. Lift and drop. Lift and drop. I've just seen a better fish. Sorry about train. Just seen a better fish come up to the surface. You've got to keep a tight line. So what I'm going to do again. Feed. Slap it over. Just drop it down. Lift and drop. Lift and drop. Drop in there. If it's ready to go, we'll put some bait in. If there's a ripple on water, I'm watching for fish feeding, so I'm going to couple handfuls of maggots. Ship out. Swing it over. Let that float drop down. Lift and drop. Lift and drop. You've got to follow it down the same speed. There you go, it's up to itself. Like that. And I think that's a really big hide or a carp. There you go, it's a big hide. So in match I want to be fishing with caster. We're fishing double caster. And I've actually got some maggots, like I said, that I'm letting go off on purpose. This is great fun on light elastic. So I've got a better ride on. Like I say, match, I'm going to be fishing caster, and I'm going to float some casters on the top. And you'll see that I'd come up, you can watch them. But that fish is about £2.5, £3, straight in net. brilliant method for catching hide that are really wary fish. Let's unhook him and I'll show you. So let's move my rig out of the way. I don't want to damage fish. Let's move my rig and I'll show you. I've got him in net. And that is what I want to be fishing for in March. 30 of them will win you at March. And with this rig, you can catch them. That's first chuck in. I've had one straight away. Away you go, mate. Basically, they're hooking themselves. So, as I brought that hide in, what I should have done is fed straight away. You see, fish are moving on back. So, while you're putting your maggots on and doing what you're doing, I'm just seeing another hide. They make a different swirl to roaching rod. There's a couple of hide moving and I can see them. And with that conventional rig, what happens is they pull it and they reject it. And this way, like I said, this is why it's a banned method. They actually hook themselves. So, all my rig's ready. They're shipped in. Ship across. Go halfway across. Rest your pole on your leg. A few more maggots. See there, they're an hide straight away, that one hide. So, in it goes, drop it down. Lift and drop, lift and drop. On some venues, they like you to tap and lift and drop. On this venue, they don't seem to like that. Just dropping it down at the same speed as the float's going down. Keep a tight line. If you don't get a bite, you can leave it there, or you can lift and drop it again. Or what I like to do is feed. There you go, that hooked itself. I didn't even strike into that, they just hooked themselves. I think that one's a little roach or a rod. But we're actually targeting the better fish, obviously, when they're competing. And them hide are harder to catch on a conventional rig. Like I say, you don't need a lot of them hide. Carp will take it. F1s. There's no F1s in this lake. If I change over to double caster, I have some floating casters on top. That usually tracks the hide up in the surfaces. So before I go in again, some maggots, flap it over. Just like that. Float, drop down. And there you go, that straight on. That hooked itself again. I'd actually come up in water a little bit there. I come up a couple of inches. Another nice rod. And he's in. Because these two anglers sat together, they think, oh, there's loads of bait here. So what I'm going to do with this time, I'm going to try to ship it out away from these swans, and I'm going to just drop it, lift and drop it without putting any bait in to see what difference is. So there we go, shipping it out. Flick it over. Let it drop steady. Lift and drop. Lift it and drop. There you go. That one actually hooked itself. This is what they do, they hook themselves. I've got a really light elastic in, so they do actually hook themselves. Got a big carp on. Always got fully rigged to pull it back in. Another beautiful rod. Absolutely beautiful. I'll bring this to the camera and I'll show you. Let me move me stuff out of the way. But once you get that feed in, you start getting better stamp fish. There you go. If I can keep that feed going, you're catching them all day. And hide. But like I say, at the moment, swans, are being a pain. So what I'm going to do, let swans go. I'm going to do whatever they do for the day. And I'll come back to you. No swans were hurt in the making of this video, even though they were a pain in the backside. I still keep catching hide
So then fishing
off camera.
it's the end of match, and I bet you're thinking, how have I got on?
Won it. No wood.
So yeah, this method is absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. You see it's blowing gales, terrible winds today. So end up with 30 odd pound of fish. More than happy. Next weight we're 18, then 3. I think something about £8. So I did a lot of them, beat a lot of them combined weight. So it just shows you this method is unreal. So make sure you give it a go.
So then fishing buddy, I hope I explained that enough. Like I say, you can take that rubber, you just put your pole float through your rubbers, don't put it through the eye. You can take that off and you'll see you've got 2 different methods there straight away. Conventional way, it's flicking, tapping, slapping, doing that, yeah, it will catch a fish. But that has put some better hide on bank. I could sit there and catch 10 to 15 roach. I've got to try and keep up with the carp guys, and I've got to get, people can fish this place, so I've got to try and catch fish bigger than they are. We can all catch 100 roach, 100 rudd, but then I'm stressing I've got to keep up, so that's a decent idea. Them eyes are really wary when we do it all the way around. And in the last match I think I had about 15 eyes. I've literally fished for half an hour and I've had 4 or 5 instant, so that's that. I hope we learned something. Don't forget, check out all the Facebook groups we're in. I will leave links in the description below. I'll also leave links in the description below to our Facebook group, New Beginnings Fishing. If you want to come wait a line together, me, Kevin, James, or come down to Willigarth and give me a shout, without a doubt we'll come and help you, and we'll come fishing without a t-shirt. I've been teaching people today. Also, don't forget, check out PARKERBAITS. They're a family run business and they do all sorts of different baits. Brilliant thing. I will leave links in the description below to that. So without further ado, I'll be definitely having a brew. And if you want to see season 2, why not check out one of the videos. Until next time, tight lines all, and hope you have a good weekend. Take care.